Hello everyone, Josh Baldwin here, back with another update. Now before we get into the new bills, please hit like and subscribe if you want plain English updates without fake promises, repeated headlines, or confusing government language. A lot of seniors have been telling me the exact same thing. They are tired of hearing the same old updates. They are tired of hearing about a possible $200 monthly boost that still has not been approved. They are tired of hearing the same COLA estimate over and over and over again. And honestly, I understand why. If you are living on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, Medicare, retirement benefits, or a fixed income, you do not want the same old recycled headlines. You want to know what is new. You want to know what Congress is actually looking at. You want to know which bills could affect your checks, your Medicare costs, your COLA, your taxes, and your monthly budget. So today, we are switching gears a little bit. We are going over 5 newer bills and proposals that seniors need to watch right now. Some of these could help seniors keep more money. Some could change how Social Security is protected. Some could affect Medicare costs. And one could change how retirees think about their taxes. Now, before we get into it, let me be very, very clear. These are bills and proposals. That means they are not all approved law. A bill being introduced does not automatically mean your check changes tomorrow. But this is still important because this is where benefit changes start. Before a rule changes, before a check changes, before Medicare costs change, and before Congress votes, lawmakers first introduce proposals. So instead of waiting until something already passes, seniors need to know what is being discussed right now. Let's get into the 5 newer updates. The first bill is one of the biggest Medicare proposals seniors should know about right now. It is called the Medicare Cost Cap Act. This bill would create a $5,000 annual out-of-pocket cap for people in traditional Medicare Parts A and B. And that is a big deal because a lot of people assume Medicare already protects them from unlimited medical costs. But traditional Medicare does not work the same way as many other insurance plans. If someone has serious illness, hospital stays, repeated doctor visits, or major medical expenses, those out-of-pocket costs can become very expensive. The Senate Finance Committee says the Medicare Cost Cap Act would create a $5,000 ceiling on out-of-pocket costs for people with traditional Medicare and would protect low-income seniors from rising premiums and out-of-pocket costs. Now, think about why this matters. A lot of seniors are not only worried about getting more money, they are worried about losing money. They're worried about one medical emergency wiping out their savings entirely. They're worried about hospital bills. They're worried about doctor costs. They're worried about getting sick and suddenly facing expenses they did not expect. So even though this bill is not a monthly check, it could still affect seniors' money in a very real way. Because sometimes the biggest benefit is not money coming in. Sometimes the biggest benefit is limiting how much money can go out. If you are on traditional Medicare, this is one of the proposals I would watch very closely. Because a $5,000 annual cap could give seniors more predictability. It could make medical costs less scary. And it could help people who are worried about catastrophic expenses. Again, this is not approved law yet. But it is a real proposal, and it is different from the same old $200 boost headlines. The second bill is the Strengthening Social Security Act. This one matters because it is directly about Social Security benefits, COLA, and the long-term condition of the trust fund. Congresswoman Linda Sanchez introduced the Strengthening Social Security Act in June, And her office says the bill is meant to increase Social Security benefits, make cost of living adjustments better reflect the real expenses seniors face, and improve the long-term financial condition of the trust fund. That is important because many seniors feel like the COLA does not match their real life. The official COLA may go up, but groceries still cost more, rent still costs more, insurance still costs more, prescriptions, utilities, and Medicare costs can take part of the raise before seniors even see it. So when lawmakers talk about changing how COLA is calculated, seniors should pay attention because the formula matters. The current COLA is based on inflation data, but many people argue it does not properly reflect what older Americans actually spend their money on. Seniors tend to spend a lot on healthcare, housing, food, utilities, and prescriptions. So if a bill tries to make COLA better reflect seniors' actual expenses, that could matter for future benefit increases. Now, this is where we need to be careful. This does not mean seniors are automatically getting a bigger check tomorrow. It does not mean a new COLA formula is already approved. And it does not mean that Congress has already passed the bill. But it does mean there is a newer proposal aimed at raising benefits and changing how seniors' costs are measured. And that is exactly the kind of bill seniors should watch. Because if your concern is, my check does not keep up with real prices, then this proposal is directly connected to that concern. The third bill is the Bipartisan Social Security Commission Act. This one is not a direct monthly check increase, but it could be extremely important because it deals with what Congress may do next to Social Security. Congressman Tom Suozzi introduced the Bipartisan Social Security Commission Act, also known as H.R. 9187, to create a 13-member bipartisan and bicameral commission focused on long-term Social Security solvency. The idea is to bring together people from both parties and develop a plan to address the funding problem. Now, some seniors hear the word commission and immediately get nervous. And honestly, I understand that too. Because when Congress starts studying Social Security, people wonder what they might change. Will they raise taxes? Will they change the benefit formula? Will they change the retirement age? Will they protect current seniors? Will they change benefits for future retirees? Will they improve the program? Or will they make cuts? These are very fair questions. BPC Action says the Bipartisan Social Security Commission Act of 2026 would establish a structured, time-limited commission to develop bipartisan legislation to restore long-term solvency. And it says the bill guarantees that a solvency plan would receive a vote in Congress. This is why this matters. The key phrase here is not just commission. The key phrase is vote in Congress, because seniors have heard for years that Social Security needs attention. But if the problem keeps getting pushed off, this bill is basically saying, create a group, write a plan, and get Congress to vote. Now, whether you think that is good or bad depends on what ends up in the plan. But seniors should not ignore it, because a commission could be where major ideas get packaged together. That could include tax changes. It could include things like changes to benefits. It could include changes to retirement rules. It can include protections for low-income seniors. It could include changes that affect future retirees more than current retirees. We do not yet know the final outcome because the bill is not the final plan. But if Congress is trying to create a formal process for Social Security reform, seniors need to know about it. The fourth proposal is another commission bill, but this one includes both Medicare and Social Security. Congressman Gus Bilirakis introduced the Commission on Sustaining Medicare and Social Security Act in June. His office says the legislation is designed to protect and strengthen two of the nation's most important safety net programs. This is a different angle because it is not just Social Security, it is also Medicare. And that matters because seniors do not experience these programs separately. In real life, Social Security and Medicare are connected. Your Social Security check comes in. Your Medicare premium may be taken out. Your healthcare costs affect your monthly budget. Your prescriptions affect your monthly budget. And if Medicare costs go up, your Social Security raise may not feel like much of a raise. So a bill that looks at both Medicare and Social Security could matter for seniors because the real question is not just how much is my benefit. The real question is how much do I actually get to keep after healthcare costs? That is the part a lot of people miss. A Social Security increase sounds good, but if Medicare premiums, deductibles, copays, prescriptions, or other healthcare costs rise too, seniors may still feel like they are falling behind. So when lawmakers talk about sustaining both Medicare and Social Security, seniors should pay attention to both sides of the equation. Money coming in and money going out. Now, once again, this is not an approved benefit increase. This is not a new check. This is not a guarantee that Medicare costs will go down. But it is a newer proposal focused on the future of both programs. And for seniors who rely on both Medicare and Social Security, that is worth watching. The fifth and final update is the senior tax deduction and Social Security tax confusion. This one is important because a lot of people have heard claims that taxes on Social Security were getting eliminated. But seniors need to understand the difference between a new deduction and a full elimination of Social Security taxes. The IRS says that under the new senior deduction, individuals age 65 and older may claim an additional $6,000 deduction for tax years 2025 through 2028. The IRS also says this is in addition to the existing senior standard deduction applies per eligible individual and phases out for taxpayers with modified adjusted gross incomes over $75,000 or $150,000 for joint filers. That could help some seniors reduce their taxable income. And for some people, reducing taxable income could mean owing less tax. But that is not the same thing as saying Social Security taxes were getting completely eliminated for everyone. That is where seniors need to be careful. If someone tells you Social Security taxes are gone, ask what they mean. Are they talking about a deduction? Are they talking about federal tax? Are they talking about state tax? Are they talking about your exact income level? Are they talking about all seniors or only some seniors? Because those details matter. The IRS also has a page for 2026 filing season updates and resources for seniors, and it specifically points seniors to the enhanced deduction as one of the changes people age 65 and older should know about. So this is a real tax update, but if it needs to be explained correctly, it may help many seniors. It may reduce taxable income. It may help some people owe less or get a better tax outcome. But seniors should not assume that every Social Security beneficiary will automatically pay zero tax. This is why it is worth checking with a qualified tax preparer or using official IRS information when filing. Because one senior taxes situation can be very different from another. Your income matters. Your filing status matters. Your age matters. Your deductions matter. And whether you have other income matters. So this is a good update, but it should not be oversold. Let's put all 5 of these together. The Medicare Cost Cap Act is about limiting out-of-pocket costs for people in traditional Medicare. The Strengthening Social Security Act is about increasing benefits, changing COLA, and improving the trust fund. The Bipartisan Social Security Commission Act is about creating a formal process for Social Security reform and getting Congress to vote on a plan. The Commission on Sustaining Medicare and Social Security Act is about reviewing and strengthening both major senior programs. And the Senior Tax Deduction Update is about helping older taxpayers reduce taxable income, but not necessarily eliminating Social Security taxes for everyone. That is a lot of new activity. And this is exactly why seniors should not only follow one headline. Do not only watch the $200 boost. Do not only watch the COLA estimate. Do not only watch one proposal. Watch the broader pattern. Congress is looking at Medicare costs. Congress is looking at Social Security solvency. Lawmakers are proposing benefit changes. Lawmakers are proposing commission bills. And tax rules for seniors are changing. That means seniors need to stay informed. Not scared, not misled, not hyped up by fake promises. Informed. Because when you understand what is only a proposal, what is actually law, what could affect checks, and what could affect costs, you are in a much better position to plan ahead. So here is the big takeaway. No, I am not going to tell you that every one of these bills is already approved. That would not be honest. But I also do not want seniors thinking that nothing is happening. There are new bills being introduced. There are new Medicare proposals. There are new Social Security reform efforts. There are new tax updates. And there are new discussions that could affect future benefits. Some of these ideas may not pass. Some may change before they pass. Some may become part of a larger package. And some may never become law. But seniors should still know what is on the table. Because by the time a law is already passed, people are often trying to catch up. The goal of this channel is to help you understand these updates early, in plain English, without fake promises, and without repeating the same headline every single day. So if you want me to keep covering new bills and proposals instead of the same recycled topics, comment the word bills below. And tell me which one you want a full video on first. The $5,000 Medicare cap, the Social Security benefit increase bill, the Social Security Commission bill, the Medicare and Social Security Commission bill, or the senior tax deduction. And if you want more plain English updates on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, Medicare, Medicaid, Medi-Cal, SNAP, seniors benefits, retirement checks, disability benefits, and new bills in Congress, make sure you subscribe. I will keep watching these proposals and let you know what is real, what is only proposed, and what could actually affect your money. If this helped you understand what Congress is actually looking at, please hit like, subscribe, and comment bills below so I know you want more updates on new proposals that could affect your money. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.